Hello, ladies. This is going to be a short video to explain what our swap for September is all about. I'm real excited. I hope you get as excited as I am. We're going to do the Flowish swap like we do every month, but with a little twist. Instead of making our Flowish little journals and swapping with one another, we are going to make a small flowish journal. I'll explain the dimensions later. Um, and what we're going to do is we are going to send them to one of our Facebook/YouTube friends of mine, Patricia Stubbs. She is going to be going to Africa to an orphanage that has 17 children. And we were just in another live, we were just chit-chatting about things, and we started brainstorming, and the ladies that were in the live thought, wow, this would be a fantastic opportunity for us to make a little something and give it to Patricia to give to the children. So then I decided to take it one step further and open that opportunity up to you ladies that love to do the flowish swaps. Now, I know we always look forward to see what we get in return, but if you imagine the smiling face of children as what you're getting in return, it's far greater than anything that you can be getting in the mail from any one of our members, right? Exactly. So with that in mind, that's what we're going to be doing for the month of September. The flowish journals that we make are going to be sent to Patricia. We're going to have to shorten the date a little bit because she needs to have them before she leaves. She's leaving the first week of October, which means that we have to mail them by the 20th of September. If you don't think that you can do that, then please do not join because we don't want her getting this stuff after she's already left. Okay, having that in mind, I'm going to try and answer all the questions in the video, and if for some reason you still have questions, that's okay. You can just ask those questions underneath in the Facebook group. All right, so these journals need to be no larger than 8 by 6. The way we came up with that dimension was that a few of the ladies already had some journals made up from some little golden books. If you have any of those, then you know pretty much the dimensions that we're talking about. These little golden books are approximately 8 and a tiny bit over 6. So that's why we came up with this particular dimension. So no bigger than that, please. Also, the spine needs to be no bigger than an inch. All right. Because remember, she's going to have to pack all these things and she's going to have to take them on the plane. So we don't want them humongous. So those are the dimensions we're talking about. This is the date that it has to go out. All right. Now, the children's ages vary from 2 to 17. 2 of the children, one boy, one girl, are already, I believe, are the ones that are 17. The rest are a lot younger. So keep that in mind when you're designing your jewelry, your journal, that most of them are for young children, except for 2 of them. There are 7 girls and 9 boys. Okay. Now, things to include in the journal. Let me keep this all in frame. Hold on here. All right. Things to include in the journal. You guys already know what we do inside of our flowish journals. We know it's basically a supply journal, right? So, but for them, let's keep it a little more simple in that put lined paper so that they can really write in their journals. I'm sure they would appreciate that. Maybe some pages from the adult type coloring books that we have. That would be nice. Maybe a pocket or 2 inside of there where they can put some things in. Some supplies, if you already have them, don't go out and buying all these things unless you have a Dollar Tree close to you. But some of the things that they probably could use are like some pencils, maybe some erasers, We thought of some the decorative stickers that most of us have, and glue dots. And I'll explain that a little bit later why the glue dots are important. All right. Also, if you don't have time to make a journal, maybe some postcards, handmade or bought from your town, and with a little small note to the children, and send those to Patricia, and she can put them inside of the journals that she receives. So if you're out of the country and you don't think that you can make something and get it to her in time because of the way the postages take so long. Think of maybe putting some postcards in an envelope with a little handwritten note and send those off to Patricia if you'd like to participate. Where's my other note? I knew I had another note somewhere. Maybe not. Uh-oh. I thought I was organized. Obviously not. Okay. Maybe uh-oh. Oh, here we go. I was organized and didn't know it. I just went too many pages. Okay, things not to include. This is very important. If you pay attention to nothing else, this is what you need to pay attention to. Do not be gluing down anything to these pages, and do not use washi tape in positioning anything on the pages. The reason it's very humid in this area, and everything is just going to warp or it's going to fall off, and that's going to be very discouraging for the kids to see their journals just falling apart in front of their eyes. Do not glue anything down. Do not washi tape anything down. I cannot overemphasize that. What you can do, if you want to put little things in there or pockets or something, you can sew them in, you can staple them in, or you can use paper clips. All right. Now, that's why we're not using any kinds of glues at all. But the thickness and the durability of the glue dots, Patricia says it works just fine. And the type of glue that's used behind decorative stickers also holds up with the humidity. So that's why we put down decorative stickers and glue dots, but don't use any of the glues that we normally use and put pages together or make your pockets with the glue or put them down with washi tape. Please do not do that. All right. So try to keep these. Remember when we did the collage one where we kept everything kind of light? Think in those terms. Light, thin things that you can insert in there, but also include, some lined papers and some pages from some coloring books and things like that. Just think of your own children or your own grandchildren, the types of things they would like to use, and these kids will just love it. And when you look at this list, don't think you as an individual have to include all of these. If you don't have time to make the little Flowish journal, maybe you just send Patricia a little package of erasers, and she can include them for each child, or a package of glue dots, or whatever it is you have in your stash. Don't think that you have to make this Flowish journal and include all these things. Maybe just one item that you have. Maybe you have some adult coloring books that you thought you were going to use, and we do that. We buy them and then we never use them. Maybe send her a book, and then she can include that with the journals. So again, these need to be out by the 20th of this month, and there is a size no bigger than 8x6, no bigger than an inch spine. And I will be giving you Patricia's address so that you can send them directly to her. If you can't do any of the above, maybe if you can send her $5 or something, because now all these things that we are going to be sending her, she's going to have to pay extra for the luggage, because it's going to add weight, and how when we fly, they charge us for every little ounce that we put additional. So if you can't do any of the above, $5 will help go toward her paying for the added what am I trying to say? The added weight. So anyway, I think I've covered most of it. I'm sure I didn't include everything or answer all of your questions, but feel free to ask additional questions there on the bottom. So if you want to participate, go ahead and sign up so that we can, see the momentum and get some excitement and encourage other members to also join. And then I'll answer any kinds of questions, and then I will get you Patricia's information, and we can go from there. Oh, and also, this is very, very important. There are only 2 caregivers to all these children, and I have their names. I might have to just add it there. I'll add it there with the information. It's just 2 caregivers. I think their name is Patrick and Daphne. And so a nice little note to them, thanking them for their sacrifices and the things that they do. I'm sure they would deeply appreciate that too. So again, if you can't do any of the above, maybe you can write a little note to Patrick and Daphne, thanking them for the work that they do for these children. Okay, so I think that should do it. I think it answers most of the questions, but I'm sure I missed out on something, so feel free to ask me. Hope you can participate in one way or another, and I think this will be a really fun exercise in giving from our hearts and receiving in a whole other way, in appreciation from these children. Okay, thanks a lot, ladies.